2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson, this is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines tonight, Allie LaForce.
Here we go.
So for the Cavaliers, their last game, a loss to Orlando.
Yeah, for that loss, you can credit their defense or lack thereof. Too many breakdowns on that end of the floor.
Some of it was solid shooting from their opponent, but they didn't have any teeth with their defense. Need to be more active than they were.
And Greg, the Bulls have said they're leaning towards building with depth, saying that star teams are more vulnerable to injuries.
Well, they don't yet have a bona fide big-time star on this roster, so if you ask me, that might be a case of sour grape.
As we enter tonight's game, there is a clear favorite, RJ, in this one.
That's true. I can tell you something else. Underdogs do win, and they do hear all the noise, so let's let this game be decided on the court.
Now, here is Harden. It's hauled in by Zubac. Now Pippen. Nestor Robinson tries it from the top of the key. Kessler with the rebound. There's Brown with the three. That shot off. And so it's Pippen with it. He brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. For three, Murray. And that one is off. Cleveland with the ball. From deep, Harden. The shot that time, not on target.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
And there's a whistle that goes on Herbert Jones. That's his first foul.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
And that one is good. Pippen's got the first points up on the board here for the Bulls.
Yeah, and Pippen there driving hard inside, has the height and athleticism to consistently get it done in the paint.
Now here's Brown. He's been a go-to guy for them when they've needed offense. He's averaging 19 points a game.
If you give him an inch of space, he's going to make you pay.
Here's Robinson. Here's Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
And going vertical, Murray's one of those guys with that sneaky athleticism.
Now here's Harden. Pass to Kessler. Brown with it. Shot clock at 6. Connects on the 17-footer. Brown's got his second basket.
The mid-range is not an issue for Brown. It is just another weapon in his arsenal now.
Here's Pippen. And you know the points will always be there for him. He's averaging just a shade of 20 points a game right now. Here's Brown. It's rebounded by Jamal Murray. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. And Richard, I'll say this. Jaylen Brown's often at the heart of a debate about what his true value is. I think it's immense.
Oh, I don't know what the debate is. I don't know the difference between megastar or superstar, but he is a proven all-star, an all-NBA player, and a finals MVP.
And stolen by Murray. Goes up. And Anunoby slams it in.
Murray with a great defensive play to get that break going.
Down low. Kicks it out to Jones. Cleveland
Who
moving
the
around.
fuck left Timbo?
The Cavaliers again can't hit. The Bulls leading by 5. And an intentional foul right there.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. And Cleveland making the change here. And here are the Bulls now. Outside for Murray. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Murray's got 7 points.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Hey, the Bulls are going younger. Coach Billy Donovan said we don't want to be just stuck in the middle. There's no question about that, but it's always about the integrity of competition. The building out part is identifying guys that are going to help us move forward. Back over to you, Kevin.
Taking the long view. All right, Allie, thank you for the report. And never Greg an all-star, but he is a star. Jamal Murray can flat out play.
And he's had his hurdles to overcome with injuries over the years, but he's never one to shrink from a challenge, and he remains a prolific shot creator.
Now here's Brown. He has 7. Hits the three-point bomb.
Those assist numbers from Brown have continued to creep up.
Here's Ryder. Nothing on the board. On the wing, Murray. 5 on the clock. The drive by Bain. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Putting the pedal to the metal, Bain rushes in to find a bucket.
.125 left here in the first quarter. Wade from outside. It's hauled in by the Bulls.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backdoor.
Hits it from three-point range. Baines got his second basket of the night.
This is why Bain is a volume three-point shooter. It's because he is lethal from deep.
Pass to Kessler. Here's Murray Boyd. And here is Brown. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Here's Murray. 8 points for him. We've got 33 seconds left in the first quarter. Anunoby left side. Here's Ryder. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
And it's because they're not playing in a rush. They're just letting their shots come naturally within the flow of the offense.
Pass to Brown. What a performance by Jamal Murray. He has been the scorer for Chicago. He notched 8 points in the quarter.
19. Cleveland 10.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
They've started the game the right way, penetrating the defense and attacking the rim. They're just not settling.
And also, guys, they're out-muscling their opponent. The points in the paint are piling up because of that aggressiveness.
Pass to Ryder. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Shot clock at 3. Collins. And Jordan throws it down.
One thing never changes in the NBA. Jordan will always be there among the top offensive rebounders in the league.
Here's
Good
Jones.
pass.
It's good. The assist that time from Harden.
Assisted by
Jones has got his first points of the night.
Bounce pass.
Love to see him inside
That's
passing
what
like this,
he does.
as well as guys being on the same page.
And in 2028, Cleveland poised, GA, to welcome the WNBA's 16th franchise.
Reviving the name and branding of the Cleveland Rockers, one of the W's inaugural teams that folded back in 2003. Soon back on stage after a quarter century hiatus.
First team foul.
Harden right side. It's Harden on the attack. And the jam by Harden.
Okay, I see the explosion. Look, Harden never ceases to amaze me.
Pippen feeling it out a bit. Left side Collins. Pass to DiVincenzo. Clock at 6. Over Harden. DiVincenzo can't hit it.
I'll be honest, I'm a little surprised he missed that.
Here's Tyson. Back to Harden. There's the call on John Collins. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal
And
foul.
really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Pass to Tyson. Jones for 3. It's hauled in by the Bulls. They've led by as many as 11 points. To the inside. Taken away by Williams. From deep Harden. The rebound by Pippen.
Oh, no excuse for a guy of his caliber. You've got to finish that slam. You've got to be a little embarrassed by that one.
Here's Ryder. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. DiVincenzo can't hit it. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. To the middle. And it's Williams throwing it down.
You know, something that Williams does so well, as soon as he has inside position, he just goes for the finish.
Now DiVincenzo. Scoreless thus far. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Jordan. Stolen by Harden. Here's Tyson. Back to Harden. For the 3. Harden from way outside. Well, Greg, you've had a long NBA career, so I'm curious, what's one of the biggest changes you've noticed since you've retired?
Well, you know, one that doesn't get talked about enough, length. You know, players these days are just longer, especially in the backcourt and that wing position. It feels like every team has a guy 6'9" or taller that is a pure perimeter player.
The kick out to Williams. Outside, Jones. Here's Prosper. Oh, and the rejection by Collins.
And that shows you a bit of Collins' all-around game and why he's so valuable at both ends of the floor.
Beyond the arc. Ryder no good. The Cavaliers trail by 4. Harden with it. He's picked up by Pippen. Out to the right wing. Tyson. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Tyson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. It's Pippen with the drive. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. Kicks it out to Collins. Takes the 3.
2 minutes remaining in the
That's a no-go, and he's still looking for his first bucket after 2 shots. Harden up top. He's got 5.
James Harden.
And the jam by Harden.
Athletic move by Harden. Okay, I see you throwing it down on top of the defense.
And then Pippen slams it in.
Hey, guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness.
And after struggling out the gate, he's looked more confident. And it's why his teammates have continued to feed him.
For the Cavaliers. And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out.
We can celebrate tonight. You can't bring me down. Got my hands up. Play that song again. Take me higher, higher. Where I'm living like it's the weekend.
Chicago making some changes. Chicago trailing. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Hey guys, OG Anunoby is so disruptive. He's led the league in steals, and he said, "I want to be the defensive player of the year. I've always thought I was the best defender in the league. I'm athletic enough, strong enough, and smart enough to defend every single position." Kevin, back to you.
Very confident. Thanks so much for the report. Oh my goodness, what a play.
Was it just me, or was there a little bit extra on that slam by Brown?
And Anunoby, here we go. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2. 6 changes of the lead here.
Both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
And it's Brown missing. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for Chicago. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Pass to Zubac. The kick out to Bane. Good on the triple. Now it's a 4-point Bulls lead.
Will Bane is an efficient three-point shooter, so you have to turn up your perimeter coverage when he's on the floor.
Here's Mitchell, and he drives in. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Bulls lead by 4.
The Cavaliers.
And we'll get going after this from United Center. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Up top, Anunoby. Pass to Zubac. And it's Pippen in the corner. From the arc, Kessler with the rebound. The Cavaliers trail by 4. Here's Brown. It's hauled in by Pippen. When it comes to Jaylen Brown, Greg, what qualities does he add to a team?
Well, I love how active and physical he is. He poses such a difficult challenge on both sides of the ball. With a Finals MVP award to his credit, you know he's as mentally tough as anyone in our league.
Murray with it. Jones covering. And that one is good from Zubac.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be the film.
Harden can't hit.
Not an ideal start to the second half for them. 1 for 3.
Murray outside. And it's sent back by Kessler. And they go to the intentional foul.
Duncan Robinson. First personal foul. First team foul.
Now here's Harden. 9 points in the game so far.
An ominous start to the second half. They are now 0 for 4.
2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. On the wing, Murray. For him. And the dunk by Zubac.
And they trust Murray to get the ball where it needs to go.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Harden with it. You talk about a player who can absolutely light it up. He averages over 31 points a game. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench if he keeps shooting it like that. He has been putrid here this quarter.
And there's the call on Jones.
Second personal foul.
That's foul number 2 for him.
Second team foul.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. It's Pippen on the wing. It's stolen by Jones.
After a perfect first half in terms of ball control, the cracks have started to show. And now they're looking more and more vulnerable.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter. In terms of score. And now only one away from being in the middle.
And here's Pippen. On the wing, Murray. Here's Anunoby. Good on the three-point shot. Anunoby's got the lead up to 12 now for the Bulls.
You have to stay connected to Anunoby out on the perimeter. Can't give him any daylight.
And the basket by Harden.
What you guys said?
1 make and 6 attempts. I think it's fair to say he's had a rough start to this quarter.
Right side, Pippen. Pass to Zubac. Now, here's Anunoby. Wade is covered. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Murray. And it's sent back by Kessler. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Got it. Harden for 2.
It's crazy. We've gotten used to this effortless dominance from James Harden. He scores in a multitude of ways.
It's Pippen with the drive. Cavaliers with
This
the rebound.
motherfucker. What did we miss the money
With
on?
it. Robinson picks him up. An intentional foul
Yeah,
committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Back to Brown. It's up a 3. Can't hit that one. The Bulls leading by 8. To the paint. Gets Pippen on the wing. Back to Zubac. And it's Wade with the rebound.
Look, I'll give him an A for effort for trying to dunk through the defense, but maybe he should ease up on that one just a little bit.
And so it's Pippen with it. He brings it up to the Bulls. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. Oh, and the dunk by Jones.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just a textbook right there.
And Robinson wide open and shoots. The shot's good on the assist by Pippen. Robinson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Harden. And the jam by Harden.
The numbers are talking. Harden with a huge night, showing great versatility.
Here's Murray. Kessler with the rebound.
Look, the defense was locked in on him there. They know how dangerous he can be, and they blow him perfectly.
And the Cavaliers with some changes.
13 foul. Substitute
Mitchell outside. Driving inside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Launches a 3. And it's Jordan with the rebound.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the back.
Slammed home and they call the foul. He's headed to the strike for one more.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. And the free throw, no good. Pass to Prosper. And he uses the glass on the lane. Prosper's got his first 2 points of the night.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
There's 31 seconds left to play in the third. Now, Bailey. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
You can't be overzealous when guarding Bane, or you find ways to draw the whistle.
at the line for
Wow,
2.
what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. Here's Mitchell. Still without a basket. Pass to Prosper. He takes it in. And he dunks it down.
And no doubt they'd love to see him getting a lot more of those.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. The third quarter.
Cleveland 40.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Mitchell left side. Here's Tyson. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Desmond Bain.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Tyson.
He hits both from the stripe. Bulls leading by 3. There's the drive. It's blocked. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession. And Chicago has possession. 6 to shoot. Pass to Jordan. Rebound by Williams. The Cavaliers trail by 3. Here's Mitchell. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
No doubt. That's the kind of play that can energize the whole team, and they will take it in a close game like this.
Here's Ryder.
Neither one of those win.
No good by Chicago. Greg, everything they're doing is working right now.
Good run they have going right now. The momentum is
Who's
huge.
guarding who? What? Oh, goodness. All right. My.
Pass to Tyson.
Goodness. I didn't know who y'all wanted to go.
Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. The shot by Murray Boyles, no good. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. To the wing on the left. Here's Ryder. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
He hasn't had his best game, but they've gotten enough production elsewhere, so it hasn't really mattered.
Here's Tyson. And he uses both hands to jam it in. We've seen some great competition in this one.
Yeah, 7 already in the game, and I think it shows you how well these two teams match up with one another.
To stop the drought. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And a closer look here at the hustle stop for the Cavaliers.
They've been just suffocating on defense the whole game. Look at their shot blocking. The opposition doesn't have any room to breathe.
Another thing they're doing well tonight is getting steals, and that can be attributed to their tenacious style defensively.
Jones for 3. It's hauled in by Zubac.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Bain. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Explosion to the rim. Bain not backing down.
From deep arc. It's hauled in by Zubac.
He's not making much of an impact from deep. His sole three-pointer came in the first half.
Now here's DiVincenzo. Into the lane. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that finish shows you how dangerous he can be as a passer and a finisher.
And then Wade slams it in.
Don't you forget, Harden's won an assist title now, and this man can pass that rock.
And there's the call on Jones. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
His fourth personal foul. We'll see how the coaching staff handles this.
On defense, Cleveland. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. 5 to shoot. Pippen. It's stolen by Brown.
Can't give him too much grief for that one. He's been mistake-free for the most part.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
He is totally in the zone, showing his incredible focus when it comes to attacking the glass.
Desmond Bain. Down it goes for 3.
He's been locked all the way in from the floor, and He's the #1 reason why they're winning right now.
Harden. There he goes. And he jams it in.
Few guys can be as trusted as Harden when you're in these situations. He knows how to get it done.
Outside, Anunoby. And he does not hit. The Cavaliers trail by 4. Harden looking it over. Now Brown. Stolen by Anunoby. Here's Payne.
I wasn't trying to go real good, D.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Wade, double team. Kessler with it. Stolen by Anunoby. Pippen outside. Bane. It's Pippen on the wing. Rebounded by Brown. The Cavaliers trail by 4. And he's going to get whistled for that foul. That was intentional.
Timeout. Timeout.
Sorry.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. On the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Billy Donovan was saying to the team. He stressed with his guys how important defense is at this point of the game, saying, quote, "It's got to come down to stops, fellas. We know how good our offense is. Now I need you to communicate and D-up out there."
We appreciate that. Thank you.
Bulls foul. Jamal Murray. Second personal foul. 13 foul.
First free throw is good, and that narrows the lead down to just 3.
Tyson.
He's perfect from the line this time.
And now you're in a great position thanks to those clutch free throws. One possession game now.
Now Anunoby. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Jaylen Brown. Second personal foul.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. Murray outside. Shot clock at 6. Now Zubac. Kessler pulls it down. This could be a turning point.
Critical possession right here.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. It's stolen by Brown.
A lot of people
Harden
pass balls.
outside. To tie it up. It's good.
I wasn't even passing the ball to that dude.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to these spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout.
Checking into the game for your Bulls. Number 55.
Up in time. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. And we'll get going after this.
And we are all tied up. We're heading to overtime.
Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ballgame. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime.
Maybe the Pacers. Yeah, stupid.
Here we go.
And here's Harden. Here's Brown. Lock at 6. Now Jones. Kessler. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead right there. Now Pippen. Murray outside. Now Ananobi. And he slams it down with a one-arm hammer.
With enthusiasm, Ananobi punishing the team for giving him that open.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Just lost his head out there. It'll happen if you're pushing a little too hard.
And so it's Pippen with it. He brings it up for Chicago. They've held a 12-point lead early.
2 minutes remaining.
What a finish.
Don't you wish you could leap like Pippen? I mean, I do.
Brown outside. The 3 is off.
That's kind of a Hail Mary there. That's the mark of desperation.
Jacks up a 3. 3. Good.
And this is how unselfish Pippen can be, wanting to find his teammate.
Harden driving the lane. And he can't stop the runners that miss it. And there's a whistle that goes on Herbert Jones.
Herbert Jones.
That's his 5th foul.
5th personal foul. First team foul.
Pippen outside. Pippen is doubled. Shoots the 3. Kessler pulls it down. The Cavaliers trail by 7. And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Personal foul. First team foul.
And stolen by Murray.
Yeah, you don't see those over and back calls too often because they're just so easy to avoid.
It's a lack of focus, that's all it is. But it can be a wake-up call for teams that have gotten too careless. But rules are rules.
Well, when a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
And so here is Chicago. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Second personal foul.
It's the first that stretches their lead to 8.
At the line for Chicago. Isaiah.
And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good.
And not as productive a trip as you would like, but they're still in a pretty comfortable position.
One of the best scorers in the clutch, Harden doing it again.
And he commits the intentional foul.
James Harden. Third personal foul.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall.
At the line for 2, Isaiah Ryder.
And no good on the second free throw. So he goes 0 for 2 there.
No time to waste on this possession.
Clock working against them right now.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Harden fires. Off target from outside. Murray left side. Here's Pippen. So
GG, bro.
And they had some nervous moments down the stretch, but things finally came together for him in overtime.
Yeah, probably didn't anticipate that this one would be that close down the wire, but give them credit. They were able to regroup in that overtime, and this win